Hello there everyone, I'm Crazy Caleb, and today we are taking a look at one of the more interesting modules, role reversal. So, as the title says, we are going to be reversing our roles, and what the diffuser sees right now is what the expert would generally see if given the manual, essentially. So, what we need to do is, first, I'm going to look over these instructions, only for the first time though, because after a while, you really won't need these instructions anymore, as they are always the same for every other module. So, on the subject of role reversal, pressing the bottom right to continue, it will move through these series of instructions. If you use the HTML manual, the middle tile will give you modulo, and the right will give you base 6. So, what this does is we would insert a number into here, and this middle value will give you the modulo 6 of this value, and this value will give you the modulo 6, the base 6 of this value. So let's say 13. So 13 mod 6 is going to equal 1, because you would subtract 12, leaving you with 1. And then this is what 13 is in base 6. So, unfortunately, the numbers are not going to be that simple. So, let's keep on moving. So you're going to tell the expert the seed number above, right here. So we're going to enter in 110786. And what we're going to do is modulo the seed by 6, which it gives us right there, and then add 2. And that will be the amount of wires given to us. So we're going to take this information. We have 2 wires, but we're adding 2, so we technically have 4 wires. So continuing on, convert the seed into base 6, and this is what it does right here, as you can see by that long complicated number. And each digit represents a colored wire. If you have less than 7 digits, add a 0 at the beginning until you do. So now we're going to convert the digits using table A and stop when you have as many wires as the amount of wires calculated. So we said that we had 4 wires here. So now what we're going to do is from left to right, we're going to take the first 4 values right here and translate them using this table right here into the colors of these actual wires. So it is currently yellow, yellow for the 2s, 1 for the orange, and another yellow for the other 2. The rest of these digits do not matter because our modulo plus 2 does not require us to actually get these to get the other 3. So that is where we're going to stop. Moving on, to cut a wire, navigate the top buttons and then cut using the top screen. That's how you would do this. Back and forth and stuff like that. Up to 7. We're going to cycle the correct section by pressing the bottom screen. Good luck. So now, what we can do is we can press this bottom screen right here, and we can move to the section that we need to go to. So 2 wires, 3 wires, we have 4 wires. So let's go into this section. So pressing right will take us into here. And it will go through several conditions that you have to pay attention to, and it will tell you either to skip to a specific condition or to cut a specific wire. So if we have more than 2 indicators, we do not, we only have 1. We would not skip to condition 3. So condition 2, if the first wire is red, cut the last red wire. We do not have any red wires at all. If there are 4 unique colored wires, no, absolutely not. We have 3 yellows. So, no. If less than 1 minute is remaining, well, I just started this bomb, so obviously not. We would say cut the first wire. If all wires are sorted, what exactly does sorted mean? Let's go down to this color wheel identification reference and this little table right here. Sorted means that all the wires are in ascending order based on their values. We said it was 2, 2, 1, and 2. However, that is not ascending always. Multiple of them are the same, and it actually goes down here for a little while, so this is not true. Next condition. If there's 1, 2, 3, or 4 solved modules, cut the amount of solved modules. There is not. We only have 1 module on this bomb, and there is currently 0 solved modules. And if the first wire is a warm color, again, here's where some information comes in here. So each of these colors has a warm or a primary, warm and secondary, warm and primary, as labeled by this little color chart right here. So our first wire, being yellow, is it a warm color? It does say it is warm, so it is warm. So now what we're going to do is cut the last warm colored wire. And the nice thing is that we actually have in the fourth position a yellow, which is also warm. So we're going to take this instruction, and this is the first one that applied, we're going to cut wire 4. And just like that is a solved module. Let's take a look at another one. So after a while, you will get used to this, and so now what we need to do is, all we just need to do is plug in that little seed number, and that gave us a modulo of 4, so we're going to add 2 to this, giving us 6 wires, and the first 6 digits in order is going to be those right there. So 4 is blue, 0 is a red, 1 is an orange, 2 is yellow, and 4 is blue. So now we can actually simply press the bottom screen from here. So we can just go over to the 6 wires. We're at the 6 wires. So if the serial has exactly 2 digits, it has 3, so no, we are not skipping to condition 3. If the serial has any vowel, it does not, unfortunately. If all primary colors exist, cut the first wire that has its last letter an E. So, let's check here. If all primary colors exist, so we need to have a yellow, a blue, and a red to exist, which actually they do. We have a blue, a red, and a yellow. So, we're going to cut the first wire that has its last letter of an E. So, checking blue, blue being our first wire, it does have the last letter of an E. So, we're going to cut the first wire. Tapping the screen. Just like that, a solved module. Let's take a look at one more. This is a really easy module to get used to, and is very interactive. Okay, our seed number is 19959. Our modulo we said was 3. We're adding 2 to that, like always, so 5 wires. And then the first 5 digits being interesting, I must admit. We have yellow, green, yellow, yellow, yellow. Just like that. So let's hop over to the 5 wires section. And let's go through the conditions. However, let me make sure, hold on. I just need to make sure because there's only 6 digits here. If I need to add a 0. If you have less than 7 digits, add a 0 to the beginning until you do. Precisely. So, we need to add a 0 to the beginning of this. So, we always need to make sure that we always have 7 digits. I'm glad I caught myself there because that would have messed up everything. So, our first case, so remember we have 0, 2, 3, 2. Those are actually our first 5 digits instead, because there's only 6 digits present in here, and like this rule says, if you have less than 7 digits, add zeros at the beginning until you do. So, glad I remember that. So let's translate these using table A. So we have red, yellow, green, yellow, yellow. Glad I caught myself there. So let's head back to the 5 wire section. And let's go through the conditions. If there are any red wires, yes there is. Skip to condition 3. If any yellow wires lie adjacently left to a green wire. So, what does this mean? So, from the green, are there any to the left that are yellow, that are adjacent to it? There is, as a matter of fact, since there is, Control Z, since from this green, there is one that is directly to the left of it. So that's perfect. So, we're going to follow this instruction and cut the first yellow wire, which is in wire 2. And just like that is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.